poznate velika legenda jugoslovensko-srpske kinematografije preminuo sinoć, Velimir Bačić Milinović, pa u to ime zamolit ću vas da se smijete. And now for another legend.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Shakespearean Scenes Festival. The students and teachers of Filum have prepared a wonderful array of scenes for your enjoyment this evening, from the saddest of tragedies to the most uproarious of comedies. Why, you may ask? Well, 400 years ago, in a land far, far away, just kidding, it was England, William Shakespeare shuffled off this mortal coil. To the uninitiated, that means he died. But not before writing the greatest collection of plays, comedies, tragedies, histories, romances, and even a few poems to boot, ever written in the English language. Shakespeare was a fellow of infinite variety. In Scotland, England, Cyprus, Illyria, or a magical forest, the whole world was his stage. Just tonight, you'll be able to see people desperately in love, desperately ambitious, some very bad dancing, some very sad singing, and even some very philosophical murderers. We'd like to imagine that if Shakespeare were here tonight and could see us perform, he'd be proud. We'd be terrified, but he'd be proud. So here's to you, Will. Thank you for the words. I bet you never imagined that we'd be raising you a rakia here in Serbia tonight. And we're not, but we could. To our audience, we hope you enjoy and we wish you good luck. If you don't like it, izvinite, and please tell us. You know that typical Romeo and Juliet love story? Guy chases girl, girl refuses, they end up together, then they die. Oh wait, right? That's just typical Shakespeare. Well, this isn't that type of story. Forget about love triangles. This here is a love square in a magical forest. Helena loves Demetrius. She yearns for him. But Demetrius loves someone else, and even worse, it's her best friend, Hermia. Hermia and her boyfriend Lysander have run away into the magical forest to be together. And Helena told Demetrius that Demetrius followed Hermia and Lysander into the magical forest to kill Lysander. And so Helena followed Demetrius to try to make him stop thinking about Hermia. Confused yet? So are they. Let's let them try to hash it out.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me there is no limit to this wood. Here I am, and woe within this wood because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted Adam, but yet you draw not iron when a heart of true steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, for I cannot love you?
And for that do I love you the more. Demetrius, use me as your dog. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, leave me. When more than desire to follow you, what worse or place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect for me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Then not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I'm looking out on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the arms of the one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of the night and the ill counsel of the desolate place with the rich wealth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. It is not night when I do see your face, and therefore I think I'm not in the night, nor that this wood like world of company. For you and my respect for all the work. Then how can it be said I'm alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brain lakes and leave you to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wild has not such a heart as you. Run when you will astonish and dictate. Apollo flies and Daphne calls the chase. The dog pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Ruthless fate with cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I shall not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or rather, if you follow, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the woods.
Aye, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fight the may choose your wrongs, do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be moved and we're not made to move. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well.
Those two end up together. Like many of Shakespeare's comedies, A Midsummer Night's Dream ends with a bunch of happy marriages. It takes a tragedy to show us what happens after the wedding. We've all experienced jealousy, but in Othello it really gets out of control. Othello is convinced that his wife, Desdemona, has been unfaithful, even though nothing could be further from the truth. She is the most innocent wife imaginable, maybe too innocent. Her servant, Amelia, on the other hand, knows a thing or two about difficult marriages and wants to try to make her understand before it's too late.
How goes it now? He looks gentler than he did.
He says he will return incontinent. He hath commanded me to go to bed and bade me to dismiss you.
Dismiss you?
'Twas his bidding. Therefore, good Amelia, give me my nightly wearing and adieu. We must not now displease him.
I would you could never see him.
So would not I. My love doth so approve him, that even his stubbornness, his checks, his frowns, prithee, unpin me, have grace and favor in them.
I have laid those sheets you bade me on the bed.
All's one. Good faith, how foolish are our minds. If I do die before thee, prithee, shod me one of those same sheets.
Come, you talk.
My mother had a maid called Barbara. She was in love, and he she loved proved mad and did forsake her. She had a song, a willow. An old thing 'twas, but it expressed her fortune, and she died singing it. Tonight, that song will not go from my mind. I have much to do but to hang my head all at one side and singing like poor Barbara. Prithee, dispatch.
Shall I go fetch your nightgown?
No. Unpin me here. This Ludovico is a proper man.
A very handsome man.
He speaks well.
I know a lady in Venice would have walked barefoot to Palestine for a Dutch was never led.
The horses at Zion on the sea tree sing wallabies below. Her hand on her bosom, her hand on her knee, sing below, below. Prithee, hide thee, he'll come anon. Lullaby, willow, must be my garland. Let nobody blame him, his poor man of food. That's not Nox. Hark! Who is it that knocks?
It's the wind.
A court, no women. A couch with no men. So get thee gone. Good night. Mine eyes do itch. That they go weeping.
It's neither here nor there.
I have heard it said so. Oh, these men, these men. Dost thou in conscious think, tell me, Amelia, that there be women do abuse their husbands in such gross kind?
There be some such, no question.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for the whole world?
Why would not you?
No, by this heavenly light.
Nor I neither by this heavenly light. I might do it as well in the dark.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for the whole world?
Why, the world's a huge thing. 'Tis a great price for a small vice.
In troth, I think thou wouldst not.
In troth, I think I should, and undo it when I had done. Mary, I would not do such a thing for a joint ring, nor for measures of lawn, nor for gowns, petticoats, nor caps, nor any petty exhibition, but for the whole world. Why, who would not make her husband a cuckold to make him a mother? I should venture purgatory for it.
Beshrew me if I would do such a wrong for the whole world.
Where the wrong is better wrong in the world. And having the world for your labor is better wrong in your own world. And you might quickly make it right.
I don't think there is any such woman.
Yes, a dozen. And as many to the vantage as would store the world they play for. But I do think it is their husbands' faults if wives do fall. Say that they slack their duties, or pour our treasures into foreign laps, or else break out into peevish jealousies, throwing restraints upon us, or say they strike us, or scant our for having in despite. Why, we have cause, and though we have some grace, yet have we some revenge. Let husbands know their wives have sense like them. They see and smell, and have their palates both for sweet and sour, as husbands have. What is it they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. Is it frailty that thus errs? It is so too. And have not we affection's desires for sport and frailty as men have? Well, let them use us well, else let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
Good night. Good night. Heaven with such use is sent, not to pick bad from bad, but by bad meant. It's a bit hard to transition away from this. But as in life, bad times pass and good times follow. Sometimes too many good times, if you know what I mean. Alcohol can really mess with our brains, especially those of us that didn't have too many of them to begin with. Sir Toby really likes his liquor. He likes his women too. But most of all, he likes messing with idiots, like his friend, Sir Andrew. You ever had a guest that just won't leave? Svako dosta, tridana dosta? Well, Andrew and Toby have been crashing at his niece's place for months, and her servant Mariah has just about had it with them. But this is one party. She just can't stop.
What plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I'm sure care is an enemy to life.
On my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier at night. Your cousin, my liege, makes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept.
myself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am, woman. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That walking and drinking will not do you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight that you brought in one night here to be who was.
Who? Surrender Kragujevac.
He.
He is as tall as man as any in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
I would have had but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Why that you'll say so. He plays, the gamboys, and speaks 3 or 4 languages, word for word, without book, and has all the good gifts of nature.
Happy, almost natural. For besides, he's a fool, he's a great quarreler. And by that, he had the gift of a coward to allay the ghost he had been quarreling. This thought among the prudent, he would quickly have the gift of the brave.
They are scoundrels and subtractors that say so. Who are they?
They that act. Moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
While drinking helps to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. He is a coward and a coister that will not drink to my niece till his brains turn over the parish top. What wench? Castigliano, for here comes Sir Andrew Kragujevac.
Sophie Belch, oh now, Sir Sophie Belch!
Oh, sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, Gertrude.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece is chambermaid.
Good Mistress August. I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary August.
Oh, thou mistaketh night. Cost its wronged her, ward her, assailed her.
By my troth, I should not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of August?
Pay you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew. But thou mightst never draw sword again.
And you part so, mistress, I would not might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
But Mary, you shall have, and here's my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free. Mary, now withdraw your hand. I am married.
Oh, mate, thou lackest the cup of canary. When did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. The less you see, canary could be known. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian, or an ordinary man has. Though I am a great eater of beef. I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
If I thought that, I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Oh, my dear knight.
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would not have bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing and dancing and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts.
Then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair?
Why would that have mended my hair?
Past question, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Aye, it hangs like a flax on a distaff. So, art thou good in these kickshots, mate?
I, as any man in Illyria, whatsoever he be, under the degree of my betters, yet of my confidence in old man.
What is thy excellence in a galley?
Spade, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut a mutton to it.
And I believe I have the back trick, simply a straw
strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore are these gifts a curtain before him? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of Gallium.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it doesn't differ well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus, that's sides and heart.
Oh, knight, that's legs and thighs. Now, let me see that caper.
Ha! Ha!
Higher! Higher! Excellent!
Speaks all kinds to make a world, huh? And I thought I was the only fool around here. But as ridiculous as these two may seem, Sir Andrew especially, their intoxication is only temporary. Tomorrow, they'll be sober and ready to get drunk again tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. There's another type of intoxication that doesn't fade so easily. Blind ambition, which can take possession of a man and turn him into a monster. Take, for instance, Macbeth, a soldier who has recently gotten promoted. This should be enough. But 3 witches, like a tiny devil on his shoulder, have given him the idea that someday he will be king. His wife, Lady Macbeth, wants to hasten the process along and get her husband the crown, even if it means killing King Duncan.
If it were done when 'tis done, then it were well, it were done quickly. The assassination would tremble up the consequence and catch with his seized success. But this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, on this bank and shore of time, we chant the light to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He is in double trust here. First, as I am his kinsman and his servant, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not dare deny it myself. Besides, this Duncan had borne his faculties so meek, had been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off. Pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, the heavens of cherubim, across the heaven sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He is almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Had he asked for me?
No, you not. He has.
We shall proceed no further in this business. He had honoured me of late, and I have gathered golden opinions from all sorts of people, which shall be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Had it slept since? And wasted now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor, as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have without which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and of a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. To be more than what you were, would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and
know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have ripped my nipple from its boneless gum and dashed the brains out, and I so sworn as you have done to this.
And if we should fail?
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place, and we'll not fail. When Duncan is asleep, which the rather should his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his 2 chamberlains will lie with wine and wassail, so convinced the memory, the water of the brain should be few, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only. What can you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not upon his spongy officers, who will bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunting vessel should compose nothing but males. Will it be received when we have marked with blood those 2 of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know.
Yikes! Have you ever seen such a bloodthirsty, conniving couple? Well, maybe Kevin Spacey in House of Cards, but we all know who they got that idea from. For our grand finale, we bring you another murdering pair, only this one ranks a little lower in the intelligence department. These 2 murderers have been hired by Richard III to kill his brother, Gloucester, who is at this very minute sleeping behind the screen. However, murderer 2 is having a little bit of cold feet. He's starting to think that he might have a conscience. Let's see if that saves poor Clarence from his impending doom.
What, shall we stab him as he sleeps?
No. Then he'll say 'twas done cowardly when he wakes.
When he wakes, why, fool, he shall not wait till judgment day.
Why, then he'll say it was done sleeping.
The urging of that word judgment had bred a kind of remorse in me.
What? Art thou afraid?
Not for killing him, having a warrant for it, but to be damned for killing him, which no warrant can defend us.
Oi, I thought thou hadst been resolute.
So I am to let him live.
Back to the Duke of Gloucester, tell him so.
Yeah, I pray thee, still while, but my holy humour will change. What's one to hold me, but while one could tell 20. What comes after 6?
7.
That's right, 7.
How dost thou feel thyself now?
Faiths and certain dreads of conscience are yet within me.
Remember our reward when the deed is done.
Zoons, he dies. I've forgotten about my reward.
Where's thy conscience now?
In the Duke of Gloucester's purse.
So, when he opens his purse to give us our reward, thy conscience flies out.
There it goes. Few and none will entertain.
How hath it come to thee again?
I'm not meddle with it. It's a dangerous thing. It makes a man a coward. A man cannot steal, but it accuseth. He cannot swear, but it checks him. He cannot lie with his neighbour's wife, but he detects him. It is a blushing, shamefast spirit that mutinies within a man's bosom. Valiance, restoraquis agoda, plus one full of obstacles. Beggars any man that keeps it. It's turned out in all of the towns and cities for a dangerous thing. Any man that means to live well endeavours to trust himself and to live without.
Zounds, it's even now at my elbow, persuading me not to kill the Duke.
Take the devil in thy mind and believe him not, for he will insinuate thee, but to make thee sigh.
But I'm strong frame. He cannot prevail with me, I warrant thee.
Spoken like a tall fellow who respects his reputation. Come, shall we do this again?
Take him over the custard with the hilt of thy sword. Then I will jump him into mosey pot in the next room.
Ooh, excellent device. We so powerful.
Hark! He stood! Shall I strike?
No, it's most reasonable.
faith now, 'tis true, we must be here confined by you.
But release us from our bands with the help of your good hands.
Gentle breath of yours our sails.
Must still, or else our project fails.
Which was to please, and now we want spirits to enforce, arts to enchant.
And their ending is despair, unless we be relieved by prayer.
Shakespeare says so that in assaults, mercy itself frees all faults.
As you from crimes would pardon be,
Let your indulgence set us